And now, hello, hello, hello. How is it now? Sound is good now. I messed up. I hit a button. And then another button and then boom. But we're back. We're good. Hello. Welcome, dear friends. I need a little bit of better lighting. One moment. How's everybody? There we go. Get a little natural light on the scene. Hello. Welcome. Hello. Happy Monday. Happy Tuesday. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Joe T. Catherine. Gwen is here. Hi, Jack. Hey, Gary. Hi, Johnny. Sound is good now. Thank you. Thank you. Very wonderful. Good morning, Jojo. How are you feeling? Hi, everyone, says Gwen. Gemini Jenny's here. Everybody's here for the final celebratory replay. Yay. This is the last Coffee with the Council reprise and the last Coffee with the Council. Last Coffee with the Council on Insight Timer. So you are blessed to be here. Oh, I didn't get enough water. Oh, no. Well, we'll go without. Adi, how are you? Oh, my God, I haven't seen Adi in months. Good timing. Good timing, dear. Good morning. So good to see you, Adi. Wow, it's been a while. Hello, who else is here today? Say hello if you're brand new. Please say hi. Tell us where you're from. You are what we call firsties. You're friends we've never met or are just meeting today. Hello, April. Welcome. Hello, Meti River. Nice to see you too. Oh my God. Jenny's working away. Jenny's grooming some puppies today. Happy birthday to the Geminis. Yes, indeed. And yesterday is an anniversary for me. And I totally forgot about it until about 10 minutes ago. Yesterday is let's do some quick math. Yesterday is the 37-year anniversary of the beginning of my spiritual journey. 37 years ago yesterday was when it all started. Woo, that's right, Jojo, yeah. 37 years ago yesterday, after 3 days of nonstop crying, after a very difficult breakup in a long-distance relationship with a woman who I loved very deeply, but who we were both incredibly dysfunctional. I went to see somebody who ran an outpatient program that was spiritually based, that was just a really lovely program, who was actually a friend of the family as well. And I met with him for an hour, and I walked out of there, and I was not crying anymore, and I had some hope. And I walked out of the building where we met, and I thought, everything is going to be okay. And the way that I said it and felt it was that not just that everything's going to be okay, not like a platitude or not like placating part of my mind. I just knew that everything from there on forward was going to be okay. Everything. And it was such an incredible relief, and it was such an incredible sense of peace, and there was so much uncertainty in it. And after 3 straight days of crying after this breakup, it was just really powerful to see that. And I just knew, I trusted. And there was no evidence anywhere in my life that everything was going to be okay. But this little voice inside me, this little part inside me just said, everything is going to be okay. So that is pretty amazing. And that's the day that I committed to start to meditate, because part of their program was a commitment to go to a certain number of 12-step meetings a week and to meditate every day, and then to come to the group sessions, which I did in the morning and then went to work in the afternoon. So yes, very, 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 very powerful day for me. Anniversaries. Let's see what you guys are saying. Yay, Gwen's happy to be here for the last one. I'm happy you're all here for the last one. It's a good thing. It's a good sign. Audie says, I'm here in the mountains of Oregon. Where are you now, Greg? I am living in southern Utah, Audie. I have chosen a place to live and I've settled down. I'm just outside St. George, Utah, if you know it. Beautiful place. Thank you, Jody. Thank you so much. Yeah, super, super wow. This is not my last live on Insight Timer, Gary. I'm going to be returning to doing readings on Insight Timer. Insight Timer is a fantastic container for readings on the lives. But for what we've been doing with Coffee with the Council, which will continue, but will continue on a different platform or a different container. From what we've been doing, the evolution of this work requires an expansion and a shift to a different container, a different platform, because we've been going so deep for 2 months, like incredibly deep with these messages from the council. And I want to go even deeper. I can feel it. I can feel you guys being ready for it. I can feel the council inviting us forward into that. And in order to do that, I need to be able to hear your guys' voices. I need to be able to meet with you. We need to be able to drill down with things. And it's really exciting to think about where this can go and how much deeper engagement that you guys can actually have and experience by shifting platforms. So I'll stay on Insight Timer, but I'm going to lower the frequency of lives. I'm going to be doing my next live. I don't have it scheduled, but I'm taking this whole week off. I'm actually not even working my job very much. And then I'm going to feel into what's next. The Coffee with the Council will probably first appear on Zooms until I find a platform to host it. And then we'll do my next live on Insight Timer is going to be called Spiritual Snacks for Soulful Seekers. And it's a whole new take on readings. I was talking about this last week. So instead of asking personal questions and putting our names on the wheel, what I'm going to do, and for those who don't know the wheel, it's the wheel of names is what I use to pick people's names during readings lives. You're going to be offering topics or themes that we're going to put on the wheel, and then we're going to spin the wheel and let the council give us a message about that particular topic. And then what's cool about that is because the topics are universal, we're just going to keep the topics moving forward. We're going to carry it over from whatever topics aren't done or covered in a certain live. We'll just carry those over to the next live. So I'll still be doing lives, but it'll probably only be once or twice a month. We'll see. But Coffee with the Council's moving off of Insight Timer. And what did I call it? Spiritual Snacks for Soulful Seekers. Keep an eye out for that title sometime in the next week or two. So that answers Gary's question. Gwen, did I answer your question? What marked it as the beginning? I think I told the story, yeah. Audie says, it's all here for our highest and best good, isn't it? It sure is. It is really, yes. And trust, it is the magic. It is the magic. Thank you, Audie. Thanks, Gary. I know you love the readings. So many people love readings. It's a huge live cult. There's a huge culture for readings on Insight Timer, which is why Insight Timer as a container for readings is perfect. But for what we're doing with the council, where we're getting into really, really energetic nuances and subtleties to the concepts that they're bringing to us. And like Gwen said it really best, it's very difficult to type while you're listening, but you can listen and talk. It's just easier to listen and talk, right? They're kind of in the same system. You don't have to worry about motor skills, right? You just are sort of, it's the normal thought voice loop, really. So I think that I'm really looking forward to what the Coffee of the Council will be like. by shifting the container. And I'm looking forward to doing spiritual snacks too. I think it's A, I love the title, super freaking fun, and B, I think it's going to be really fun to do readings with a twist like this, where you guys bring up topics instead of direct personal questions. And of course, a topic can be related to a direct personal question. Of course it can. So I think it's going to be super, super fun. Hey, Madeline, good to see you. Hi, Melia. Hello, Magda. You sad? Why are you sad, Magda? Gwen says, my best friend just moved to St. George. I might have to come visit you both. Yes, please do. That'd be fun. I don't have anywhere for you to stay, but I know the hotel I stayed at, and they were very, very nice. Why is Magda sad? You're sad that I'm moving the Coffee with the Council? Anybody who wants to continue with Coffee with the Council, you just have to reach out to me through whatever means on the app or through my links, whatever. There will be ways to be notified of Coffee with the Council activities, as well as everything. There's always has been. Insight Timer doesn't like us talking about things off the app, but I am letting you know that there are ways to continue on and stay in touch. And we will do both the app and off the app because they're both beautiful. You were joking? Oh, okay. I've never seen anyone referred to as a Basharian, are they? Maybe we are Counselans. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. All right. How are you guys? Happy Monday. Happy Tuesday morning for our friends in the future. You saw that the other day? Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's something Bashar himself made up, but we'll see. I like names, so we can make up a name for what our community is. Maybe we'll do that as a little, who knows? I'm excited to have my schedule back, though, after today, so that'll be amazing. Today, our replay from April 30th is Does This Resonate With Me Deep Within My Heart? If I recall, and maybe Gwen can help me out here, but if I recall, this one was an incredibly sweet message from the council that day. And it's the wrap up to all of the teachings that the council have been offering us about Is-ness. It's kind of puts the whole bow on things, if you will. And it really brings it back to how important it is to really integrate your heart into your spiritual practice. And yeah, and I'm looking forward to hearing what they have to say. So, are we ready? Is anyone brand new? Want to say hi? A firstie that we have never met before? Please do say hello. Hi, Tiffy. Where are you from? I keep having to adjust my camera because I was in such a rush. I didn't do things very well. Utah, get out, Tiffy. I'm in Utah. I'm in St. George area. Where are you? That's so cool. Welcome aboard, Tiffy. I hope you enjoyed today's, I don't know where Sick is. Oh, Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City County? Is that what the second C is? SLCC? I don't know. I'm new. I'm a new Utahnian. I don't know. What do they call people who live in Utah? Utahers? I haven't even got my driver's license yet. I still have to get that. But I got my health insurance last week, and I'm really excited. All right, my dear ones. Let's see. Oh, also, very, 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 very special happening today. Please stay through to the end if you can. If you can't, I understand. But after the replay, we're going to get an extra message from the council. I have no idea what it's about. They haven't given me any energetic hints. I just know that they want to wrap up May with an extra message as well. So because we've been doing these beautiful reprises. Salt Lake City. That's super cool. And sorry about the black bar there on the screen. I had to block something out. Oh my God, I picked the same background today as we use that. That's so funny, look at that. It's the enchanted tree, it's our favorite. I love it. All right, everybody ready? If you're ready, raise your hand in chat. Hello, hello. Ready? Ready? Let's do this. Cool. I'm so happy you guys are here. It's nice to be together. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, our dear ones, dear beloved friends. We greet you from the energetic realms where we love, honor, and celebrate every single finger on your hands, every single toe on your feet, every single time you stub your toe, every single time you hug a dear one, every single time you look longingly at a piece of cake, every single time you consider your plans for the future, every single time you sit to meditate, every single time you hop on a live session on your beloved app, Insight Timer. Indeed, every single experience you have, we are here celebrating and cheering you on. There has never been a greater cheering team, or whatever you might call it, on the planet. We do not know, but we have never enjoyed this time of the last month more than we have in, well, it's not that time exists for us, but in, shall we say, in current recent memory, if that makes any sense. Indeed, we are very much enjoying and appreciating the shifts that you have been experiencing, all the learnings that you have been going through, whether it is from us, from our dear channel Greg, or from other individuals within your sphere of connection and community. Indeed, dear friends, take in everything that you are learning at this time. Make sure that you evaluate it in a not an analytical way, but to simply in a, is what I'm hearing working for me or not? If it is not working for you, if it is not resonating for you deep within your heart space, not your mind, not even your body, but deep within your heart space, if it is not resonating with you deep within your heart space, then simply let it be. Now, dear friends, this tip, this encouragement, and this invitation to tap into recognizing whether it is resonating deep within your heart space, this indeed is a tool that you can use for every single experience you have. And this will help you fine-tune, as dear April said, fine-tune your manifesting abilities. This will help you fine-tune your ability to be in the nowness. This will help you fine-tune your ability to no longer have emotional charges of things. This is absolutely beautiful and stellar. If you were to practice this on a consistent basis, it does take an intention. You do need to set an intention, and we love to remind people that an intention is simply a decision in which you put your energy behind. It will see this slightly differently. A decision in which you put your energy into, you back it up with your energy. That is the our simple definition of an intention. Indeed, it is as simple as that. You make a decision and you put your energy behind it. You back it up, you invest your energy in it because it is an important decision to you. So it may require a decision or an intention for you to check in with your heart on a more regular basis. However, those that have been with us this last month of your time have been learning how to do that by various topics, whether it was a discussion of wasness, not yetness, nowness, I amness, or yesterday's very beautiful, powerful, and high vibration discussion about the limitless possibilities that exist in every single occurrence, in every single moment of your life. Indeed, when you tap into your heart space and you simply say, does this resonate for me, or with me, or at me, or to me? Does this resonate with me deep within my heart? For example, dear friends, if you have suddenly found yourself browsing online and looking at the current news informations and different readings of the news, and you stop for a moment and you say, is this resonating with me deep in my heart? And you realize, reading this, while I wish to be informed, reading this is not bringing me any joy. Reading this, perhaps if you use the mojo, the moments of joy game in that moment, you might say, well, this is only a 1, and today I'm committed to being at least at a 5 on the mojo joy scale. Indeed, then you simply there have the power of choice, something that we've been constantly reminding all of you this last month. You always and forever have the power of choice. So as you are reading these bits of bobs of news, you may simply suddenly realize, this is not in alignment with me. This does not resonate with me. And you can simply let it go and walk away. And dear friends, if you are the type of individual that likes to stay informed, indeed, as long as it is joyful, as long as it is resonating with you deep in your heart, then indeed pursue that. If you are the type of individual that loves to work hard, if you are the type of individual that loves to play hard, if you are the type of individual like our dear channel Greg, who appreciates the balance in life and does not like to work hard but likes to work differently with energetic leverage, indeed, be who you are. If it resonates with you deep in your heart, dear friends, then put your energy into it, put your attention to it, put your action into it. If it does not resonate with you deep in your heart, dear friends, please do not spend your precious energy on anything that does not resonate with you. Why? So there's a really important point coming through about this. When we're asking, does this resonate with me deep in my heart? It can be difficult to discern the answer to that. If it's being difficult, if you're not getting an immediate yes, if you're getting a maybe, if you're getting uncertainty, that's just another opportunity to investigate any beliefs that might be coming up or that you might be practicing in the moment. And it's very subtle, but really profound. If you're in the middle, for like their example, if you're in the middle of getting informed about what's going on in the world and it is not making you feel good, and you are asking, is this resonating with me deep in my heart? And you're getting the answer no, and then you throw up some buts mentally, but, those are indicators that you have, that there's a pattern of thinking or a belief system that might actually be what has been drawing you to that behavior, to what has been drawing you to think a certain way or put your energy into something that is not creating happiness, joy, beneficiality for you, right? There's, yes, the butt monkey. But money. Oh, I don't know what that means. Yeah. So I think it's really, if you're asking your heart, is this resonating with me? And you're getting an immediate yes, or you're getting an immediate no, that's pretty clear. But in the times where the waters get muddied, it's because of a belief or a thought that is filtering the situation, right? So just wanted to throw that out. Why is this important? Because as we get into in the future, or as time unfolds for you, for us, we are already having this conversation with you, even without words. Yes, indeed. This is why some of the shifts you've been experiencing are occurring, because you are receiving the energetics of it, not just the words of it. And in some cases, you're not even receiving the words and you're just receiving the energetics. In other cases, you're receiving the words and you're receiving the energetics associated with words and not the extra layers of energetics. And this is all well and good and just fine. What we'd like to say about the resonance in your heart, dear friends, this is absolutely important, because it will be through this particular tool, this particular practice of recognizing when something resonates deeply in your heart with you, that you will begin to recognize the beauty of all that is. You'll begin to recognize how you are not just a vessel for experiencing the feeling of love, and that you are not just a conduit for flowing the force and the energy of love, but that you are love. That you truly exist as one with the field that is love. And the more and more you note whether you are resonating with something, the more and more you are putting yourself in the alignment, quite physics-wise, if you will, quite energy mechanics, if you will. The actual energetic mechanics is that you are putting yourself in alignment with the highest possible frequency on the planet, and the more and more in which you do that, the more you will open yourself to understanding the next energy of unity. Now, many on the planet are calling it unity consciousness. This is indeed an accurate phrase, but for us, it's a bit stuffy, if you will. It's a bit heavy. It's a little bit on the mental side for us. Not entirely, but just a smidge. consciousness. That starts to beg the question of what is consciousness and who is consciousness and why is consciousness? Too many questions, although questions are beautiful when they do reveal certain answers that you have been longing for. So, but sorry, we digress. We are very excited today, and we are happy to be here with all of you as always. However, Unity Consciousness, again, we just returned to the message that we've been sharing over and over this last month. It just is. It is really comes down to the question of your ability to perceive it. If this is something that you wish to perceive someday in your experience, if there is something else that you wish to learn. For example, our dear Greg has always wanted to learn how to bend time and space. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, time travel indeed. He still wishes to do this. This requires heightening one's perception of the true energetic mechanics and dynamics that are going on. And this indeed, dear friends, is what we have been teaching you through the use of the simplest of words: is-ness, was-ness, now-ness, not yetness, I amness. And we have also been teaching you tips and tools and tricks and perspectives that you can choose to latch onto or not. There is no absolute requirement for any of this, dear friends. This is all within the realm of your power of choosing of what you wish to experience for yourself. For example, perhaps you wish to be able to do psychic readings. Perhaps you wish to be able to learn how to channel or increase the conduit that you are as a channel that you know you are already. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, our dear friend Carrie. Perhaps you are wanting to be able to offer certain services to individuals that require deepening and expanding your perception. Dear friends, what we have shared for the last month are all ways of doing that. And this is absolutely important, because if you do not expand your perception of reality, your perception of all that is, if you do not expand it, well, you simply will stay where you are. And that is fine, and that is a legitimate choice, and there is nothing wrong with that. Many individuals on the planet are choosing to stay where they are and not grow, not expand their perceptions, not expand their sense of reality, not make connections with love. Many are choosing to stay in fear. Many are choosing to stay in discouragement and depression. Many have been choosing that for so long that they have created a chemical condition and continue to stay in that. The body is now reinforcing that. Nothing of those choices is wrong. There is no wrong choice, dear ones. There is only the power of choice in every single moment. Indeed, every single choice, every single possibility exists in every single moment, as we discussed thoroughly yesterday. And today what we're saying is, if you so desire to expand your awareness, then you must expand your perception. And as you expand your perception, come more and more into alignment with higher vibrations and higher frequencies, you will begin to know truly what it means to is. Truly what it means to be love. And as you learn and experience that, and as you look around and you see, I see love in that individual. That individual is love, just like I am. How fascinating, because I perceive them slightly differently. I do perceive them as love, but I perceive them slightly differently. This must be what the council and others are talking about, how each and every single individual has a unique perspective. They are representative of a unique perspective of Source. Source has so many limitless unlimited possibilities and perspectives that they are all expressed in the many multitudes of people that live on the planet with you at this time. And so as you see another individual, and this may be an individual that you do not agree with, that you do not even like their presence of, and yet when you see that they too are love, and when you can see that they are a unique and individualized expression of love, you'll begin to marvel at how brilliantly, how magically, how synchronously, how mystically, and how amazingly the universe has put together this reality and this experience and this existence of which you are happily a part of. And indeed, for when you are recognizing that every single experience is a representation of love, every single individual you come across is a representation of love. from their own unique perspective. Every single tree, every single animal, every single bird, every single drop of water is a reflection of all that is. You'll begin to see and thrill to the existence of life. You'll begin to start to know and understand the unity of all things, for it is impossible to not be in unity. The very existence of all things is united, for they are all one. And yet they're all individually expressed on your planet in the physical. In the energetic, it is all one. And in the physical, it is all one. It just appears that it is not all one. So, dear friends, do not succumb to the myth of separation. Do your best to keep your crown chakras open. Heighten your perceptions through whatever tools, tips, and tricks resonate deeply in your heart with you. And we so appreciate every single moment you spend engaging in this intention to grow along these lines. And you are indeed growing and shifting, otherwise we would not celebrate. Indeed, you are growing and shifting in ways that you don't even know, that you're not even aware of, and you're doing this billions and billions of times a second. Indeed, it may feel as though you're not aware of it at such a rate, at such a capacity, and that's okay. You do not need to be aware of all the subtle shifts that are occurring every single second. You just need to be aware of how things resonate with your heart. So, dear friends, we are in extra celebratory mode today because we have just fulfilled, and our dear beloved Greg has fulfilled his commitment, his intention to do 30 days of these coffee with the council sessions, and we are absolutely thrilled at how wonderful they've been for him and for you, indeed for the community as a whole. And we do look forward to continuing these with you in the next month of your time frame, and we look forward to bringing more and more information to you, for without your asking, for without you showing up, for without your very life experience, we and our answers do not exist. For those things that we share with you are being summoned by you, for your creative abilities, your co-creative abilities as you come together in community, your individualized creative abilities, and your individual unique perspectives as expressions of all that is of source of the universe itself. And for this, we thank you, for we are enjoying our time with you very, very much, and you called it into existence in collaboration with Greg. So we thank you for this. We bid you adieu for today. We hope that you do enjoy your day, and please do share with dear beloved Greg any experiences, more experiences that you have been having. We do so love to read them when they come through his various channels. Yes, indeed, we are aware of them even as you have them, or as you're expressing them in your heart or in your mind or with your words with a dear friend. We also love to read them as he reads them as well. And of course, the reading is not required, for we have the energetic awareness of it. Anyways, dear friends, we love you so deeply. Thank you so much for being you and for being here at this time on the planet. Understand that every single time you have a shift, such as the ones you've been having over the last 30 days, you are helping the universe itself expand. You are helping humanity itself evolve. There is nothing you need to do out in the physical necessarily, unless it resonates with you. It is all done within your heart. And we thank you, and we love you. Well, there we have it, my friends. Does this resonate with me deep within my heart? I loved, there was this moment where they were talking about how encouraging and inviting us to recognize that everything, and particularly everyone, is a unique expression of love. And I had a beautiful example come up. As I was growing up, my mom was, in terms of my life experience, probably one of the most loving people that I had ever met. I knew that my mom loved me, but she also had a lot of fear. She was a worrywart. She let her fears run her life, quite honestly, to varying degrees. And there were these times when she would get so scared that it would be completely irrational. And to me, it just didn't make sense. And one example was that, when I was in my late teens, I think, late teens, probably early 20s, I don't know, late teens, probably. I'd already learned how to drive. I got my driver's license, and there was this event that we wanted to go to, and we had this huge station wagon. It had gotten a little bit older, but I'd been driving it for years, and I'd been driving it with like no accidents for years. And there was this one particular outing that she refused to let us go on because she was absolutely scared that we were going to get into an accident because of the age of the car. And it had been a car that I'd been driving for several years. So I knew how to drive it, and I was quite skilled at it. And it just absolutely made no sense to me. And yet years later, in 2012, when she died, and I look back, I think this was a little bit after she died, and I looked back and I realized that even in those moments of fear, she was a representative for love. Was it misplaced? Was it out of alignment? Was it misdirected? Sure, absolutely. But even in her darkest moments, my mom was the best example of unconditional love, because in the moment of her darkest moments, she was being extremely conditional, right? But then when she'd had those moments of being freed of the conditions, her love was truly unconditional. And it was really fascinating for me to be able to see that both experiences that I had, both types of experiences that I had of her, were both from love. One was from connected, unconditional love, and the other was from disconnected, highly conditional love. But the flip side, the conditional, fearful one, was still an example of love. So it really taught me a lot to be able to see that. Hi, Debbie. Oh, you couldn't make the beginning. That's fine. So it really, really taught me a lot, just being able to see that. Now, I don't think I would have been able to see that prior to her death. But after her death, as I was reflecting on my experience of her and her life, I think that's when, I think it's only because of her death that I was able to actually consider such a concept. Anybody got any questions, comments? About very beautiful, says Tiffy. Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoyed. Questions about resonance in your heart. Oh, your mom's the same. Yeah. Thank you. It's my favorite, Debbie. We call it the magic, or what do we call it? The enchanted tree. The enchanted tree. Just let you guys look at that. I particularly like the array of colors and the twinkling little lights. Tiffy says she dealt with a lot of depression when I was growing up, so she slept a lot. Now she's the goddess of gratitude. Gwen says no, but I'm very interested in the channel for today. Wow. I'm interested in the channel for today too. That was a very soft and sweet transmission. So let's get into the second one, shall we? I keep having to adjust my camera. Oh well. You're welcome, Audie. Let's see what else the council has to say today. Oh. Need some more air, I guess. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, dear ones. We greet you from the energetic realms where we hang out and party with your higher self. We've never said that before, but indeed, it is always a celebration here as we do hang out with your higher selves. There is, in fact, an entire village worth, a collection of all of your higher selves, of us, and many other beings here in the energetic realms who are continuing to celebrate. We are all together, gathering in the spirit of love, gathering in the spirit of all that is, celebrating you. For indeed, your intention to come down to planet Earth was such an incredible one. For we are not currently in that as well. However, the reason we honor it and celebrate it so much is because it is incredibly bold, incredibly adventurous, incredibly exciting, and an incredibly courageous decision. And you did so, dear ones, willingly, excitedly, expectantly. Stop for a moment. Stop for a moment, dear ones. Close your eyes. Consider the energetic part of who you are, which, by the way, is the vast majority of who you are. Your body is a significant minority of who you are. Your physical experiences is a significant minority, statistically speaking, of who you are. Even your relationships with the people in your life are a significant minority of who you really are. Now, what is essential and what is a vast part of who you are is the experiences that you have. For it is through your very own experiences and unique perspective on life that the universe expands. So consider, close your eyes, consider for a moment that time before you came into this body, although it was not really a time indeed, but, for the purposes of this exercise, dear ones, close your eyes. Picture yourself, if it helps, on a cloud or in a bright, shining room, just a very quiet, comfortable space, surrounded by your soul family, all those present in the channel today, Greg and every other person here. And you were all sitting around, enjoying the ambiance of all that is, pure and perfect energetics, pure and perfect love, no fears, no personalities, no character flaws. And you were all discussing the most recent experiences you had on planet Earth, and some of you were quite excited that you'd been through an incredible thrill. Others were quite pleased that you had faced insurmountable difficulties. You learned so much, you grew so much, and the universe itself expanded so much from that information. And you were all together chit-chatting about what you would like to do next. And some of you say, well, I'd like to come back and experience massive, whatever, fill in the blank. Massive success. Massive amounts of loneliness. Another might say, well, I'd like to experience a difficult upbringing that I surmount and then become a very aware individual and help others. Others of you might say, well, I've had so many different experiences of drastic experiences. I think I might like to just have an ordinary lifetime on planet Earth at some time and see how that feels and see how I respond and react to that. And as you are all sitting around, you sift and sorted through, you might be discussing each other's most recent experiences, and one might say, tell me, dear one, what was it like for you to experience this severe trauma? And another might say, well, what was your experience of this massive love that you went through? Another might say, what was it like growing up in a family that was well-to-do? And you're all incredibly curious about this thing called life on planet Earth. And together, and individually, you all begin to settle on what you would like to experience next. And as you're sitting there discussing it, not actually having the experience, but discussing it, one of you might say, I wonder what it would be like to have a really good life for a while and then suddenly have something just be a complete roadblock for me. Maybe physical, maybe emotional, maybe mental, maybe financial. And one of your soul family might chime in and say, oh yes, can you consider all the different possibilities of what you might be able to do with that very experience? My goodness, you could go this way, you could go that way, you could go this way. Another might chime in and say, have you even considered that you could go that way? Oh my goodness, we all get excited about the possibilities of what you might choose. And as you are sitting there and you are slowly and gradually in the company of all your loved soul family, settling in and focusing in on a particular perspective, and then you realize, yes, I've got it. I'm ready. And in that moment, you focus your energetic beingness. You lower your vibration so that you can focus more and more into the physical, and you extend a portion of yourself into the physical environment. You pick a family, you pick parents to be born to, and then you become a little one, and you go through your life. Dear ones, we tell you this story. We invite you to visualize this story, although exaggerated for our own enjoyment and for your own understanding. The process is not all that dissimilar. It is not exactly the same. But the point that we are trying to make is you came into this lifetime excited because you understood the mechanism and the design of life, that contrast is designed into life, that limitless possibilities exist, as we have been telling you for the last few days. Limitless possibilities and options exist in every single occurrence and experience of life that you have. Indeed, there is no right or wrong when all things are possible. Let us say that again. There is no right or wrong when all things are possible. When you are living in the duality of right or wrong, good versus bad, us versus them, when you are living in the duality, you're really only looking at two different possibilities. And yet if there are millions and millions and millions and trillions and billions and billions and billions of trillions of different possibilities possible in the moment, then how can there just be right and wrong? Indeed, the only thing in your life that is true is your own experience and how that feels for you. Let us say that, for instance, you came into this lifetime with the intention to have a decent life and then eventually have some sort of massive challenge, as our dear channel Greg did to a large degree when he lost everything and went into complete financial collapse, where he slept in his car and often barely had a dime to scrap together. He lived off the generosity of the food that was left over from the coffee shop where he hung out on using his laptop, working and playing games, never knowing from one day to the next what food option would be available, but always trusting that he would be taken care of, except for those moments of deep panic and fear when he felt that he had really screwed up. Dear ones, even in those darkest, deepest moments that you experience, Source always has your back. Source has never abandoned you, because how can it abandon itself? Your higher self doesn't look down at you, dear ones, and say, look at so-and-so struggling. Look at me and my physical struggling so deeply and seriously. Oh, how appalling. I'm just going to shut off our connection temporarily and I'll wait until they feel better. No. Higher self just continues to look at you, continues to hold the focus of what's highest and best for you, continues to stay in the highest vibrational state, and it is always there as your lighthouse, calling you home, calling you to love, calling you to all possibilities, calling you to higher perspectives, calling you in whatever way you need in that moment. And it never, ever repositions itself vibrationally. Think about this for a moment, dear ones. How many times did you meet another individual in your human experience where you go out for tea, perhaps, or you go to meet for a drink or get together for a casual chat and conversation, and they begin to share with you, or you begin to share with them, some of your deepest challenges currently, and you're really not in a good space, right? And then how often have we seen, and this may not be true of your friendships or relations anymore as you grow spiritually, these things do shift and change, but we're positive that you've all had the experience where you're talking with a certain individual and that individual then commiserates with you. Oh yes, that's horrible. Oh goodness, I had a bad experience like that too, and oh, you must be feeling. And now this is not necessarily out of compassion or sympathy, but just simply commiseration. But how infrequently, dear ones, do you have a situation where you express to a dear one, a dear friend, I'm going through this difficult thing, and they say, fantastic, we're so excited for you, that is absolutely wonderful, what's all the different possibilities that you've considered? This is very uncommon on planet Earth, and yet this is what your higher self is always doing. And yet they're not trying to do anything. They're not trying to encourage you. They're not trying to, there's no particular motive or interest or even motivation of any kind really to shift or adjust you. They are simply like a star shining in the sky, reminding you that there is a sun far off in the distance that continues to shine its light into the universe. And it does so unequivocally, inexcusably, undeniably. This, dear ones, is an important point to remember. For even in your darkest, deepest, scariest moments, you are never alone. You are never lost, even when you feel it. You always have the guiding light and the North Star of your higher self. Dear ones, at this time on planet Earth, it is so essential to surround yourself with other individuals who wish to understand life and the universe and all that is in a similar manner as you. It is absolutely vital at this time that you surround yourself with like-hearted individuals. And this may feel like a challenge. We know that many of you prefer a more quiet life. You're not exactly extroverted, if you will, and that's fine. There are many ways to do this, and this is one of the most beautiful things about the experience that you have on your beloved app, Insight Timer, is that it has provided community for you when you have not had it. Now, this is not true of all of you, for all of you, but this is true to a large degree of everyone who comes onto the app. And we say this to you, dear ones. There is no coincidence that you are here in this gathering today. You have all been called together to anchor particular energies into planet Earth. Even though you all have come into this lifetime with unique individual perspectives and unique individual intentions and unique individual agreements and unique individual challenges, you have all come into this gathering together, not just today, but over the times in the past as well. You've all come together to collectively anchor something absolutely beautiful. So you all came in with a collective agreement. You all came in with a collective understanding. You all came in with a collective intention to make not only your own understanding expand, but to help the expansion of others, individuals, and of the planet itself. And every single time you have an aha moment, every single time you have a breakthrough or a shift, no matter how big or how small, you are anchoring those energies. And indeed, you're probably not even aware of it. You may be aware of it, and this is immaterial, really, whether you are aware of it or not. We want you to know that you are doing it. Every single time you sit and you consider your life situation and you feel discouraged, dear ones, you're living the contrast through which your expansion will anchor this energy. This has been such a joy and an honor for the last 2 months to spend and share time with you. We hope that the teachings on Is-ness have indeed been powerful for you in your life. And in fact, if it is still a bit of a struggle bus, if you will, for you, this is the purpose of the recordings. And we guarantee to you that this will continue in terms of our transmissions to you. And we look forward to visiting with anyone else who comes down the road. For indeed, Coffee with the Council is something that we quite thoroughly enjoy, and we are looking forward. We are glad that Greg has committed to it. We are glad that you are interested in it, and we are very glad for bringing this into existence. We thank all of you for your individual contributions to this. For every single time you ask a question about these concepts or share insight that you had regarding these concepts or share how it is impacting your life, every single time you do such things, dear ones, you are contributing to the anchoring of this amazing, beautiful energy that you are all bringing into the planet. And not just into the planet, but into all that is. So there is always a celebration here for you, dear ones. We look forward to celebrating with you again the next occurrence. And for now, we will leave you with these. We love you. We honor you. We celebrate you. We are so glad for you being you in all your parts and in all your ways. Dear ones, we just invite and encourage you to be glad for all that you experience. We understand how difficult that is at times, but every single experience has the opportunity for beneficial outcome, and you just simply need to find your alignment with that. Easier said than done, of course. Anyways, dear ones, we've talked long enough. Thank you so much for being here with us these last 2 months. We have thoroughly enjoyed it, as we've said many times, and we offer a final energetic blessing for you. So please do close your eyes, center your feet flat on the floor, and turn your mind's eye to your heart as we offer this energetic transmission. Very good. Thank you so much. We will see you again soon. And for now, we are complete. Blessings to all of you. Well, what was that about? Thanks, Jack. You're welcome. Oh no, I'm out of water. I hate being out of water when I'm parched. Oh, wow. How was that? My goodness gracious. Oh, is that how you heard that? Interesting last statement. Gwen says, you all are complete. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there was it. I think they were just stating that they were done, but maybe there's more to that for you, which is beautiful. If that's cool. That's funny. Actually, Abraham used to say that all the time. The council's never said that. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah. We are complete. We are complete. We are all complete. Yeah. It's kind of along the lines of, is this how you took it, Gwen? As we're all whole, you all are whole. That's kind of cool. Spectacular, says Jojo. We are whole. With a W. If I believed in relationships completing me, I would say, you're the whole to my donut. If I met somebody. Debbie, lovely picture of sitting down with friends talking about what we want to experience in the next life. Yeah. Hey, Ro, that was so emotional. Oh, I feel humble, grateful, and excited in mixed measures. Oh, nice. That's so beautiful to feel all those things at the same time. Wow. Thank you, Ro, for sharing that. Jojo says, in the energetic transition, I saw my guide standing in the distance, shrouded in mist. We all are complete. We all are whole, says Madeline. Gwen wondered if it had anything to do with the energy download. I had this feeling and a little bit of imagery. I felt that everyone was being surrounded by, all of us were being surrounded, not collectively, but individually. At first, we were all being surrounded by this incredibly powerful, like golden glowing light that was just so warm and welcoming and comforting and safe. And then I got this image of like individual, like there's, I don't know, it's hard to describe. There were just many, many occurrences of that, like infinite occurrences of that. And I could feel this collective energy. It was a short transmission too. And this is only, I think, the second time the council's done an deliberate energetic. It's always deliberate, but I mean, it's just an energetic transmission. So that was really, really interesting. You saw your guide, Joanne. That's so cool. Joanne says, yes, their last message had me in tears. Oh, that's sweet. Wow. Well, a little bittersweet. I'm excited to have my schedule back, and I'm looking forward to the evolution of Coffee with the Council. But this is also the last one on Insight Timer. So it's I just so appreciate spending time with you guys. It's just really been an honor and a joy, and it's been really freaking amazing, quite honestly. And I don't think it's anything to be sad about. I'm a little sad, but not really. Because I think what we're heading into next is going to be even more sweet and more enjoyable. Because I'm going to really love being able to hear you guys' voices. Not to mention see you, whoever chooses to join us in that container. And as some of you know, when we are in that container where we can hear and see each other, cameras are always optional, then so much more can come out of it. Like we have gotten so much out of this, and we haven't even fully scratched the surface. Like I haven't even read through the transcription that Jack made for us. So there's the whole thing in written form that has to be formatted and addressed, and then there's the whole thing. I'm going to put together the whole thing as a video course. I mean, there's just so many additional like spin-off things. There's so many different manifestations just from these just from April's sessions. So it's going to be, it's really exciting. I'm humbled to be of service to the evolution of this work and to you guys, and I'm humbled to be your guys' friend and to be in community with you. And I'm looking forward to deepening that community. So yes, if you are the type that likes to follow and you haven't followed me yet, there's the pop-up card for that. Please do consider following. The next live that I'll be doing in June, I don't have it scheduled yet, but it'll be Spiritual Snacks for Soulful Seekers. It'll be a twist on readings where we, instead of asking direct personal questions, You guys will give topics that we'll put on the wheel, and the council will give messages about those topics. And that'll be an ongoing thing, not very frequent, maybe once a month, maybe twice a month. Also, if you absolutely loved that message and our time together today and you want to support my work in the world, please do feel free to make a donation. Or if you don't have the willingness or wherewithal to financially assist, if you're wanting to help me out in other ways, feel free to reach out to me and let me know. Gwen, thank you for your donation, sweetheart. Very much appreciated for that. Also, I don't have a last pop-up card for the events because we don't have a last one. So I'll just leave this up for a little while longer. Wait, where's it? There we go. Oh, I'm missing chats. Okay. Madeline, I had some tears rolling down my cheeks too. Oh, so there was so much love there. Thank you for that. Thank you for your hearts, Jenny. I love you. How was your weekend away? Jack says it's been an incredible couple of months. It really has, Jack. It's really, really, really been wonderful. Gwen agrees. Faz, oh, thank you for these sessions. You're welcome, Faz. It's so good to have had you here. Jojo says, I liked when they said about accepting the hard situations we find ourselves because something beautiful comes out of it. It always does. And here's a thought that I learned from Abraham. Even if what you are wanting to experience never occurs in this physical lifetime, the minute you die and you fully return 100% back to source, you will have all those experiences. You will get the energetic experience of all those things. So it is inevitable. It's inevitable. The relationship, the love that you want, the fulfillment of a particular task or project you want, the health you want, the finances that you want, the anything, even it doesn't even have to be physical reality type stuff, right? The experience of all of it. We're going to experience it when we die inevitably because we've put it in place energetically. If in this lifetime we never line up with it enough to actually perceive it and therefore receive it, it still exists. So it's inevitable. So why stress and worry about what is happening or will come? It's all going to come to us one way or another. And you might think that that's a morbid thought, but it's just how the energetics of it work. Madeline says, thank you, Greg, Council, everyone participated. I need to go, and I look forward to whenever we meet again. Absolutely, Madeline. The Zoom. Okay, so Faz, you can reach out to me through whatever means. Message me here in the app if you want, or just go to my teacher's profile and look for my teacher link on the About page. All the different ways of connecting are there. I have a newsletter. You can access it through there. That's probably the best way to stay informed. And I will be still on Insight Timer, just not as frequently. Johnny says, really grateful for the reprise and that I got to hear the councils this last month. Oh, Johnny, I'm so glad that you were here with us. Thank you for your donation. Very sweet of you. Awesome. Appreciate you sharing your abundance and supporting my work in the world. Debbie says, I've signed up to the newsletter, so please let us know about the Zoom. Yeah, I'm actually going to be taking this week off because I need it. Plus, a new game is launching on Thursday, and I'm taking Thursday and Friday off from work, and I'm basically just going to game for 48 hours straight in between meals and sleeping and walking, going potty and things like that. Anyways, so I'm going to just take a break for a week and then I'm going to figure all that stuff out. So there will be another Coffee with the Council in June. I don't know when, but I will try to let people know as best I can. Unfortunately, I can't announce that on Insight Timer through the app in any way, so that's unfortunate. But we'll also have I think we'll have questions with the council or questions for the council and Let's Soar Together as well. Oh, Amelia, I'm so glad you thought they have found them amazing. That's really, really, really cool. Gwen says, don't you have a live coming up with another channel or do? Oh, I'm going to be doing a mashup with Rev J and Jackie Mancuso, but we haven't figured out when or where that's going to be. We don't know if it's going to be Insight Timer or something else. So, yeah, no problem. Oh, my Tea River, thank you so much. I'm so glad you got to be here too. I'm so glad you guys experienced such beautiful ahas for the last 2 months, and I'm looking forward to witnessing and celebrating and championing more of you, more for all of you. So, and myself as well. We'll just continue to have our little breakthrough or big breakthrough moments, and we'll just continue to grow spiritually together and individually, and yeah, and we'll see where it goes. This has been great. Thank you so much. I will see you all again really, really soon, or sooner than later, probably. And I'm going to go get going. So thank you so much. Love and blessings to all of you. And let's see if this works, because I screwed up the buttons earlier, but we'll see how it goes. Bye. Talk to you later.